Caught you out with that one.
I mean, if you could not catch me out on the sync clap.
Well, it's going to make your editing job a little bit harder, so fuck you. Just to confuse you, there's another one.
I mean, it's fine. I'll still get it done on time.
Oh, fuck off. I got married.
I mean, to be fair, I did send you a message just before I left for the wedding. Just like, I think it was a few hours before I left, and I was like, oh, wait. Do you want to just send me the audio for Go Directed so I can do it?
No, I'd
I've
already
already left it. Guess we'll miss a couple of weeks.
I've just remembered something I meant to tell you, and I was probably meant to tell you this off here, but it doesn't matter. I saw Edgar Wright had tweeted something today saying it was a stack of DVDs and it was all the same films. He says, when you got 7 copies of a film, that's when you know you love it. And I was going to reply to him with all my copies of Attack of the Clones. Like, bitch, please.
Why didn't
In fact, I'm going to do that now. Right, here we go.
Absolute podcast gold.
Did you hear that thump? That's all my copies of Attack of the Clones.
I thought that was you standing up.
Anyway, go on. What shows are we doing today? You do
Today
that,
we're
I'll do
talking
this.
about 2 shows that should not have been paired together because I don't understand the
Hang on a
pairing,
Oh,
even though I
no.
did it.
Technical error. My headphones have become unplugged.
Well, it's
Right.
fine. You never listen to me anyway.
There you go. I can hear you again now. Sorry about that.
I was just quietly crying about how you don't value my opinion.
Of course not. That's why I've done 4 years of this podcast.
I didn't think you were searching for... Because by the time we record the podcast, we've both already seen the shows. So it doesn't matter. We're trying to stop people watching bad shows. Oh, I don't know. No,
No.
we're not.
Are we?
No. It's just something for us to vent about. TV shows that we did not enjoy. So today... yeah, I don't know how these got paired together because they're not that similar. Because one of them is good.
Do you want to apologise to Zara now?
Yeah. Zara, stop telling us you like shows.
With Nathan Fillion in it. I've just found it's on Instagram. I can't reply with a picture on Instagram, which is a shame.
DM it to me.
He has 6 copies of Dress to Kill. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8
Right.
copies of
Okay,
Attack
right.
of the
Here's
Clones.
a screenshot the Instagram post and then tweet that at him with your picture.
That's a fucking great idea. It's good that I'm not like a social media manager now.
Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, they're not going to listen to this podcast and be like, "Oh, we have chosen the wrong person for this."
What about the rich guy? He sounds much better.
He sounds like he knows how to mix his mediums. Yeah, so we're doing Suits and Castle. So
Yeah. I think we should start with Castle.
well, I mean, this should do you know what this should have been paired with that we did last year or this year?
Numbers?
No, because Numbers was good. I liked.
Oh no! What? Sorry, no. What was the other one? There was one that was based on the guy who was like, "Oh, I'm all spiritual and shit." What was that?
Yeah,
one?
I can't remember what it was called. I'm looking at the list and we must have done it last year. Thinking makes for good listening, doesn't it? The Mentalist, which is weird because I watched it
That
on
was
YouTube
it.
and in the recommended, it was like, "Oh, if you like this, you might also like this." And I was like, "I've already watched that. I didn't care for it." But as soon as it came on, I was like, "Oh fuck, this should have been paired with that." Because what do we do the Mentalist with? Probably a lawyer show.
I thought it was. Was it Lie to Me?
Yeah, so something that maybe would have matched up better with Suits. I mean, no, not really. I don't think anything would have matched up with Suits that well. Apart from maybe...
Law and Order, maybe.
Maybe that had a lot of police stuff in it, though.
True. Daredevil. That's about a lawyer.
Yeah. Although I saw a rumour that he might be coming back as Daredevil or as Murdoch in Spider-Man, because
Oh my
Apparently
god, that would be
Spider-Man might
amazing. I'd
apparently
love to
Spider-Man
see
might
it.
need a lawyer now that he's been outed.
Oh shit, that's a really good point.
Yeah, I don't know how true it is. Also because they haven't started writing the film yet, and I don't know where these rumors are coming from. I saw it on Instagram.
It must be true.
Well, yeah, I mean it's an account that the co-pilots follow, along with a bunch of other ones. But I think it might have been IGN I saw it on. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Sweet.
But we're getting off topic.
I'd be up for that. We are slightly. Anyway, so Castle, yes?
No.
Come on, it's not that bad. I actually quite enjoyed it. I don't think it was that bad.
That's the thing. It wasn't terrible, but I don't understand how it can go on for 8 seasons.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Like, as I was watching it, I was like, but surely he's not written enough books for this to keep fucking happening.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, I would have liked it the other way around if it was like a cop show where he came in as like a guest character and was like, because that'd be interesting. Cause you go, ooh, a serial killer. Ah, yeah, and it'd be still a really good pilot episode. If then afterwards you were just sort of like, oh, well, I don't think he's going to be in it anymore, so maybe I'll keep watching it. Maybe it's Nathan Fillion that I'm not a fan of.
I mean, I like him. He's just not in any of his TV shows or films. We should discuss. We should say what Castle is. I thought Castle was something completely different.
Well, I thought it was a brick thing.
Oh, what? A brick thing?
Yeah.
No.
From the medieval times.
That's stupid. Why would it be that? Richard Castle. He is. Basically, he's Stephen King. That's what I took it to be. He is a writer, and he is brought in by the New York Police Department when they come across a murder scene which exactly mirrors something that he's written in his book.
Later on, they not exactly.
But okay, well, it's close enough to be like, this is absolutely where this guy got this from.
Yeah. Which
is not it's not an original idea, really, because I can't think of like what the first thing would be, but the idea of, you know, someone having created something and then stuff happens as a result of him doing that. That's, you know, it's not a new idea, but
yeah, but the thing
dressed up in this way, I thought was quite good.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I've seen it. It's been in other shows as like a one-off thing, where you've had like a team of police go, "Oh, this is a copycat," and then they get the author in, and sometimes it turns out that the author's just like, "Huh, I did it." Not instantly, because these are normally hour-long TV shows. Early on, they're just like, "Excuse me, do you know who did it?" Like, me. I did it.
That's what they first think, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it makes sense. But he'd have got the details right.
That's very true. But surely he wouldn't. But it wouldn't make sense for an author to do it, because it's like, why the fuck would I write out how I'm going to do something, then do it, and then absolutely guarantee I get caught?
Well, it's almost that it's so implausible that you would do it in that order.
Yeah.
Like, it would be really obvious if, say, after you'd been accused of murder, you wrote a book called "If I'd have Killed Her, This Is How I'd Have Done It."
But yeah, so he's teamed up with this with Kate Beckett, who's a detective, and they don't exactly see eye to eye.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be a buddy cop show without
exactly
not seeing eye to eye.
But
and an overly horny mother.
I am 100% on her side about this. I don't understand why at the end of the episode she's like, "Yeah, he's all right," when he gives her the new book and that, and then he's an asshole, basically.
Yeah, that's the impression I got very early on. I was like, "Oh, this guy, I don't like him." Well, it was before I hadn't even watched the show and just went, "Oh, it's Nathan Fillion." And then, like, that guy.
Not that guy from that Firefly show. A bunch of bullshit.
I mean, he got more than one season on this show, so.
Oh, that's a sore point. Oh my god. But yeah, like he's signing girls' boobs, and he's like been really flirty. Actually, at one point he's quite inappropriate. Like he leans in and kisses Kate, when she's clearly like, "Get the fuck off me." So I did find it quite difficult to like him, but I
Maybe
did
you're
like
not meant
the
to like
idea.
him to start with.
Well, probably. I imagine so. But
But the
also,
thing, if he's your lead character, there should probably be something redeeming about him.
well, yeah, I guess you don't have to necessarily like a character, but you have to be able to relate to them, I suppose. And he's so repugnant. I'm like, I just don't care what happens to you. You know, he's no Jonathan Creek. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because the thing, he starts off and he's just like, it seems like just a writer living off like, I don't want to say past success because, well, it's like a book release that they're there for.
Yeah.
Turns out his ex-wife is his agent, so he's clearly
that's
he's not
bunch of
business minded.
bullshit.
This guy's an idiot.
That wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't happen. You go, conflict of interest, this partnership isn't going on at all. And she's going, oh, well, maybe we won't publish your book and you have to give us back the advance. You go, fuck you, have the advance back, I'm going with HarperCollins.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He said, well, I've already spent half of it divorcing you. And it's just like, well, you've clearly made a mistake here. Get a different agent. Unless he signed a contract and then she was like, oh, by the way, I want a divorce. Which I think he would totally deserve.
Yeah. And then it just becomes like a fairly middle of the road police procedural, doesn't it? I didn't find it particularly satisfying.
Well, that's the thing, because they get like halfway through and they think they've solved it, and they're just like, well, that's that. But no, the club of authors have decided that that's not a good enough story.
Also, that annoyed me because I don't think like a group of writers like that, like, because in my head I was thinking, okay, well, if Neil Gaiman and Stephen King and J.K. Rowling and a whole bunch of other writers were all sat around and they were saying, oh, so this is happening. I really don't think anyone that would lean across and go, doing what you did with your main character was a massive mistake. You shouldn't have done it. I think they'd be like, yeah, I can absolutely see why you'd want to kill a character with whom you've become bored. I think they'd be a bit more friendly and collaborative rather than going, you're stupid asshole.
Yeah, my main issue with that whole bit was just the fact that they were like, oh, it's the ultimate like dream to have someone replicate your murders in real life. I was like, is it? I wouldn't have said so. Like,
I mean, it surprises me that you think that. I would have had you pegged as absolutely. Yeah, well, I wrote how this guy killed this guy with a bucket, and then someone does it. I think you'd be like, yeah, I did that.
I mean, I'm not a good enough writer. I be the copycat. Like, let's be honest, I'm out here getting my hands dirty.
I've just reading the last line of the plot synopsis of like, so they solve the case. She's going, oh, he's crap. He's going, hey, I think this lady likes me. I'm completely misreading the signs. It just says, unhappy but resigned. Beckett asks how long their new partnership will last. Montgomery says it's up to Castle. Castle, standing near the doorway, smiles, marking the beginning of a beautiful friendship. What?
Well, that's how we became friends. I just stood by a door and smiled at you until you decided that I was allowed to stay.
It's just a shame that the door in question was the toilet door, and I was trying to go for a poo.
Yeah, I mean, it was a weird way to start, but start as you mean to go on.
Who are you? What are you doing in my house? You just stood there smiling.
Yeah. I mean, it took you a long time to realise that I slowly replaced myself with a cardboard cutout for most of our friendship.
Ah. Saying that, we did build. You went away for a weekend, and when you came back, we had built a dummy in your room, sat in your chair, and he scared the shit out of you.
It did. I mean, to be fair, it's not that hard to make me jump.
No.
Someone today came up behind me and said hello to me at work, and I shat myself. Yeah, I'm not going to watch any more Castle though.
No, me neither. Move on.
Because, like,
God,
if I wanted somewhat funny, because it's sort of trying to straddle that line between oh, we're a comedy, but also drama.
I don't think it struck that tone very well.
I don't think it didn't hit either mark. I don't think.
Yeah, it fell between two stools, you might say.
Yes.
No, I
Nathan
thought that was
Fillion
quite
was the
good.
one who pulled the stool away.
Again. So wait, what have we seen that's got Nathan Fillion in it that we like? Okay, so he played Caleb in Buffy, and he was brilliant in that, in Series 7.
I've only seen one episode of Buffy,
What?
and he wasn't in that, so I cannot confirm.
Oh, was the only episode the pilot?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. He was in Halo, apparently. He was in a bunch of Halo games. White Noise 2, I remember watching that when I was quite young, and that was quite good. Apparently he was in Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2, but he was cut from the second one. Oh, he's in the Suicide Squad, the upcoming Suicide Squad.
Yeah, but who isn't? Have you seen the cast list of that thing?
Yeah, it's fucking huge. And it's big. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah, he's not really done much that...
Oh wait, was he in Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Because that was the cop show that I think did comedy really well.
He was in the episode Serve and Protect. He's also in an episode of Rick and Morty, the Rick Shank Rick Redemption. Oh my god, my WhatsApp is going absolutely crackers at the minute. Oh, that's a group chat
That's
I'm
good.
involved with.
Oh, he's done a Much Ado About Nothing. Oh, he was in the Joss Whedon Much Ado.
Oh yeah, that I knew as well, because I remember Joss Whedon being interviewed on Kermode and Mayo for that.
So that's the thing.
It was
I think I watched about 5 minutes of that and just went, oh, you know what? I like Shakespeare, but it makes me uncomfortable to see it in a modern setting with Old English language.
Do you know what does make you comfortable? A
Suits.
nice fitting suit.
Yes. Nothing
Right, go
suits me like a suit.
Talk to me.
What do you think I've been doing?
Oh, what about Suits then, more specifically?
Oh, it is a show that I thought might be about a tailor. It is not. It is about people who go to tailors. Specifically lawyers.
Yeah.
And it's really good. I accidentally watched 5 episodes.
Didn't you do that with something else recently?
Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was a good show.
It's coming
What's
back in fucking 2 months.
Do you know what? I've still only seen the pilot.
Do you know what you should do? Treat yourself.
Watch it.
You're married now. Watch that happy couple get a divorce. And watch her go on to do great things while her husband just kind of flails around.
Hang on, that sounds too real. Too real.
I mean, it's good. I mean, out of the two of you, I think Lisa would be the better stand-up comic.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, yeah, you're the one that's listening. Shit.
So, Suits, you've got budget Johnny Depp, Harvey Specter.
Yeah, I thought you meant Mike was budget Johnny Depp.
No, you look at Harvey and you tell me he doesn't look like Johnny Depp. Okay, in that picture he doesn't.
Yeah, in his Wikipedia picture he doesn't.
No, but I was the whole time I was watching it, I was like, oh shit, he does look a bit like Johnny Depp, and then like, holy crap, a member of the royal family's in this.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was watching it. I was like, I'm not 100% sure what she looks like, but I will recognise her when I see her. And I was like, oh, it's her.
Oh, there she is.
She's a princess now.
Is she? Is she actually technically a princess? I don't think she is. She's the Duchess of
Sussex. Are they Sussex?
Are they?
Yeah, no,
Hang on.
because the other ones came. No, yeah, one of them's
Yeah,
Cambridge.
no. William is Cambridge.
And they're the
Is
Sussexes.
Meghan a princess?
I mean, technically.
Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. There you go. She became Duchess of Sussex upon her marriage to Prince Harry in 2018. Did you watch that wedding?
No.
Ah, okay. I did.
I mean, you're
thought
lucky
you
I
did.
watched yours.
Fuck it, mate, you were there.
Exactly, so it would have been rude if I'd gone to sleep.
Just turn around. You're on your phone. What are you doing? I was watching the next pilot for this show.
Yeah. Oh, I thought instead of doing a speech, I could do a podcast. Which I mean, I genuinely asked you. Like, can we just?
There was
do the
about
podcast?
there was a period of about 10 seconds where we did seriously consider, should we just do a podcast from the wedding? And then I was like, yeah, I don't think anyone else would enjoy that.
Be the most listeners we'd ever had.
That is true, because they're a captive audience, so they'd have had to. We haven't really said what happens in Suits.
Well, it's just real good.
I know what's happening. Are you suffering from that thing where you've watched too many and now you can't remember which was in the pilot?
No, I would never do such an unprofessional thing. Like, watch 4 or 5 episodes and then be like, I don't know what's happening. So what do you remember from the pilot?
That I watched only like 2 or 3 days ago. So Harvey is a closer, and he gets in trouble. Why does he get in trouble? I can't remember why. Why she makes him do pro bono, which apparently is a bad thing. I don't really know what pro bono is.
Free.
Oh.
Well, like, they're clients that don't pay, but they still have to do all the work.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he. I really can't remember what it is. That he gets a bollocking from his boss.
I think before that he is sort of getting promoted for being good at his job, and then he goes to like hire an associate.
That's right. That's right. Because he's senior partner, he now needs an associate.
Yeah, some sort of lawyer, but not him. I don't really understand law.
Yeah. So then enter Mike, who trying to make a bit of cash to keep his grandmother in nursing home. He does a deal for his flatmate to deliver some drugs to a client. Neither of them know at this point it's a setup.
Well, I think his friend finds out. Like,
he finds out, but he can't tell him. So
yeah.
I mean, understandably, he's quite angry about it. So then it's happened at this hotel, which is where Harvey is interviewing people to be his associate. He escapes from the gang members, who realise that they start chasing him because they realise that he's the one with the drugs. He runs into an interview with Harvey, and
I love that whole scene where he's just like, I'm just trying to get away from the police, and he's just like, come in, and then he just like bosses this interview.
Yeah. That's right, because he's got a really good memory. So previous to this, he was getting paid to sit people's exams for them.
Yeah, I think my favourite thing was when he was just like, "Oh, my friend bet me that I couldn't pass the bar without going to law school, so I did."
Yeah. So then he. That's it. One of the prerequisites for being an associate is that you had to have gone to Harvard, which obviously Mike hasn't. But Harvey hires him anyway. So then there's this. That's going to come out at some point, I guess. Is going to be a.
I can tell you, it doesn't happen within 5 episodes.
Oh, okay, that's cool then. But yeah, so then they're at a stalemate, aren't they? Because he says, right, well, you do my pro bono stuff, and we'll just go from there.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't like Mike kind of fucks it a little bit. Like, he fucks up his, like, the initial bit, and he fucks it up, and he's just, like, ready to quit.
Yeah. Oh, that's it,
Or
because
is
he's seen Lewis, isn't it? Lewis is far. Is it Lewis or Louis? But anyway, that guy, the really camp villain guy.
He just has one of those faces that makes you go, oh, he's the bad guy.
But he is so fucking good.
Oh,
I love watching him.
I mean, I've watched 4 episodes. I was watching it yesterday, and I sent Jack a message, and I was like, was it you that liked Suits a lot? He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. Turns out it's really good. And he was like, yeah, the last episode was the other day. Like, oh, good. Right on the money with the timing. But no, I struggled to find anything that I didn't really like.
Yeah, I liked it a lot more than I thought I was gonna.
Because that's I assumed that, like, it would try and dumb down law to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it does a little.
That's exactly what I thought it was.
But it dumbs down the procedures to you. Like it dumbs down all the oh, you're gonna have to fill this form in and this form and this form. And you're like, oh my god, that's a lot of forms. But it doesn't dumb down any of the lore stuff.
Yeah.
Because Mike already knows it, but he doesn't know all the extra stuff. So you get to learn all of that stuff with him, but at the same time he's just like, yeah, but I know the lore, so fuck you.
Yeah, it's fucking great. Do you know what? I've had people telling me for years that I should watch this, and I never listened to anyone else. But it turns out they're right. It's really fucking good.
I mean, jokes on them. All you need to do is put TV shows in a spreadsheet.
And then and then eventually, in a couple of years' time, we'll get around and watching it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to make that noise.
Although I've stopped. My brain has stopped working to start continue planning the podcast, because otherwise I'm going to be planning for in 2 years' time.
Oh man. To be fair, this last year, I remember being at this point last year thinking, Jesus, look at all these great shows to watch, and now we fucking finished this year. Nearly.
Yeah, but then you get to look at next year and be like, oh, look at all these great shows we're watching.
And like I always say, the ones that I look forward to the most are the ones that I've never heard of.
Oh, look, in about 6 episodes' time, we're going to be talking about Castle Rock that I nearly watched. Instead of
Castle Rock. Oh, Castle Rock is fucking great.
Yeah, and look, Schitt's Creek made it onto next year's list.
Oh, yes, that's finishing, actually, in January, which is a shame, but...
And Bodyguard did after I watched it and went, oh, I really like that.
I think we should bump this one up, because it was actually requested, so maybe we should make that our first one.
Yeah. I'll swap that around.
Anyway, I don't know if you this is sort of a bit inside baseball. Have you noticed that? Yeah, I've done that. Is that all 5? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well these next few weeks have really got to be something special for me to not have my 5.
Have you seen this one?
Yes.
I thought you liked. Oh wait, yeah, the rules.
I've already seen it. Yeah. Anyway, we're not talking about Suits anymore.
Yeah, watch Suits.
It's fucking brilliant. Right, okay. What's next?
Oh god, what is next?
I mean, you need to watch this Peter Jackson film.
I do. I will watch that.
Do you know what? Genuinely, towards the end, it is actually quite entertaining, but Jesus Christ, there are some bad actors in that film.
Do you know what doesn't have bad actors? Suits. But Castle does. Just one. So after this, watching Futurama.
Yay! Do you know what's funny though? I watched that the other day.
The first episode of it? I think...
Yeah,
no, I have seen
it
it.
Before.
Have I? Maybe. I think I've seen it.
I fucking love Futurama. I think it's brilliant.
Futurama takes everything that was good about The Simpsons and just goes, but it's in
Sci-fi.
space so we can do anything.
Simpsons in space. It is literally Simpsons in space.
And Final Space, whatever the fuck that is.
No idea. Looking forward to finding out what that is.
Yeah, I'm... if it's hard to find...
I think it's on Netflix.
Oh, good. Oh, wait, is it the thing that Netflix keeps suggesting that I watch?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, to be fair, actually, all I do is I open Netflix and it just goes, do you want to watch Gilmore Girls?
We watched most of an episode today while we were eating.
Ew. Which episode?
It's the one where Luke tells Lorelai he's moved to Litchfield.
Oh.
With what's her name? The girl he marries. For no fucking reason. Like series 4, episode 11.
Oh, I've just seen a thing in the Wikipedia page for Suits that makes me think that you wouldn't have liked this. The creator
No.
wrote a spec script intended to be an Entourage style
Oh, for fuck's
Wall Street
sake.
thing.
It was going so well.
But this is what he ended up with.
Well, he can do better then. So there's no excuse for Entourage. If you've got a Suits in you, you shouldn't have made Entourage.
See, that's what I like, is that somehow, for no reason, and not even saying that Castle is as bad, or maybe Entourage would have been better had it had Nathan Fillion in it. Maybe he could have saved that show.
Oh, no,
As opposed to
nothing
killing
can
all the
save
other
that
ones.
fucking show. Yes, so next on co-directors. Is it that one?
I haven't got it open.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm pointing at the one that you haven't watched yet.
It's a bad taste.
Yeah, Peter Jackson. Bad taste. a weird film, but actually, like, there's some decent shit in it. So I'm looking forward to talking about that one. Smashing. We did it. Another one. Hooray.
We are the greatest podcasters.
Wait, where are we? This is episode... Oh, hang on. Wait, is that the combined total? Oh, no, that's... The combined total. This is our 110th.
Yeah, but it's our 90th co-pilots.
Oh. Amazing. Right, let's fuck off.
Yeah.
I said let's fuck off, not like les. Fuck off.